Welcome to Tactical Tuesday on the Business Agility Podcast, powered by Scaled Agile. I'm your host, Adam Mattis, and every Tuesday, I'll bring you helpful, easy-to-implement tips to use in your day-to-day role so you can work differently and build a future. If you like this content, please refer a friend or colleague to tune in, and as always, we appreciate those likes, comments, subscribes, and reviews on your preferred podcast platform. So, let's get started. It's an exciting time. You're coming down the first straightaway on the implementation roadmap, and you get to that first turn. You get to start identifying your release trains. You get to execute the value stream and identification workshop and figure out which art you're going to launch first. This is a super exciting time, and it's also super stressful. What if I told you there's no perfect answer? Hang with me. I've spent a lot of time with organizations, some who have spent hours and others who have spent months trying to define that first Agile release trying to figure out what is the best, what is the correct way to launch. And what I've learned is that 100% of the time, there's no 100% correct answer because there's so many unknown variables. My best suggestion is rush to your first learning opportunity. What I've learned from that organization who spent months and months and months trying to align on the perfect art structure is they were just as wrong in that first PI planning as the teams and the organizations who just spent hours trying to define that first art. Again, here's the main takeaway, right? We don't know a lot when we go into this new way of working. That's the whole power of the secondary operating system. That's why we don't advocate HR restructurings and org changes and all of these things when you go into launching your first art and when you go into starting to work in a new way for the first time. We don't understand where all of our bottlenecks are. Some organizations struggle with value. Some organizations struggle with understanding what their products are. And the reality is sometimes where we launch our first arts, we don't have the ear, we don't have the attention of all of the right people and leaders that we need to build a really great art. So what we want to do is, again, get started where we're at, rush to that first learning opportunity, share the successes, share the struggles, ask for help, ask for participation. When you identify that art, remember that it's not a one-time thing. When you operate and execute through that value stream and identification workshop, all you're trying to do is to figure out what is the best, most logical place to launch our first release train given the context and constraints that we have today. I 100% guarantee that you will be changing that structure, if not after your first PI, but maybe your second or your third, and that's completely okay. And in fact, that's the intent. When we look at the concept of a secondary operating system as described in the Business Agility Framework articles, the whole idea is that we can pivot without mercy or guilt, that we can make these changes without disrupting the social structure, without disrupting the operating model of the organization. Take advantage of that. Don't worry so much about getting it perfectly correct. Worry about getting started. Worry about moving towards that first learning opportunity. Those are the things that you're going to need to embrace, the lessons you're going to need to learn, the skills that you'll need to hone to be successful in the modern economy. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is permanent. Our success is going to come as a byproduct of our ability to rapidly adjust to emerging market and business conditions. Start practicing that right here when you identify that first art, when you identify those first team structures. Don't focus on being perfect. Focus on being good enough to get started, learn your lessons, and adapt. Give it a shot. Have fun. It's supposed to be fun. Let us know what you think. Let us know your successes. Let us know your troubles. We're always willing to listen and learn. Good luck. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. The entire team at Scaled Agile is focused on helping you be better at work so that you can help your enterprise be more successful in the new age of business. If there's anything else that we can do to help, if there's any other assets you would like to see, content, podcast guests, let us know. Also, please check out the Safe Community platform where you'll find tools, toolkits, resources, videos, and so much more, as well as the Safe Collaborate tool to help you be successful in the world of work. As always, if you appreciate this content, the greatest compliment that you can give us is a referral to a friend or colleague. And if you feel so inclined, we always do appreciate those likes, comments, subscribes, and reviews on your podcast platform of choice. My name is Adam Mattis. Until next time, as they say, stay safe.